Grisha is here. Привет, Grish. Thanks for submitting your song. I got it, and we will. I mean, I have a little exercise that I want to do with you with that song. If you want to upload, tell me. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We will discuss it in class. Like, if you want to. By the way, let's switch off the lights. I mean, let's switch off the lights so you can be more comfortable and yeah, just sit down and be chilled. Hello, Dima. Hello, Bratan. Bratan, Dima, I put something on Google Classroom. I think maybe you may have not seen it or something, but whatever. Just if you want, visit Google Classroom and have a look at what I put there. And yeah, and if you want to submit it or something, just do it. We will analyze. If not, maybe we will just work with Grisha's song alone and that's it. So, okay, we're streaming, it's all running. Let me just have a triple check that we're streaming. It's going here, so recording is going, yes. And let's go. So, I have only one person here and the rest online, and I guess that I will ask you guys, if you guys want to do this lecture online, just tell me, because for me it's more comfortable. I don't have to come to the school. Today I'm coming to the school only for this lecture, and I have only one person here. That's fine. I mean, I don't mind to do it like that, but we need to synchronize in that sense. If that's how you guys want to do it, just let me know.
Is that the issue I told you about? Is that if the class is only for the third year, probably nobody's gonna come. The same thing happened yesterday for the first class with the shift. I was the only one present.
Yeah, I understand. Let's just arrange it. I mean, I don't mind if you guys want to have your whole course online. That's cool for me. I just, if I know this, then I don't have to come to the school and we do it online. Like, I don't mind. I prefer to do it in person. Sergey's here.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe like let's do a poll or something.
Yeah, yeah. I'll run a poll on the Telegram channel and then we'll think about it. Okay?
The important thing that this class is only offline today. So second one is online always. It's our leave, and I think most of people don't wanna come to school for one offline class.
Okay, let's just synchronize. I mean, if this is
This class is possible online. I think this.
for me, it's. I mean, I rather having classes in person with you guys because sometimes we will do exercises. But yeah, let's just. I'm gonna make a poll, and democracy will decide. And if this lecture is online, this lecture is online. Okay.
Maybe also it is possible to talk with administration and
Da.
ask them to
Sergey is telling something here. Uh-huh.
to make your schedule more comfortable for you, because you have lectures for first year in other day.
Yeah. No, it's.
Why maybe?
I understand what you mean. Sergey is saying like maybe we can move my schedule so it's all more comfortable, but the problem is that there are 19 teachers. So if you move me, you have to move another person. It's like this version of the schedule. I don't want to touch it. So we will see. I mean, I don't mind. Online, I have a lot of resources. I have my computer, my Pro Tools, everything. So for me, it's great. So anyways, let's move on and get this started, okay? So today, well, I'm carrying on, you know, with the book I've been analyzing for this course, and today we're going to discuss something called the central theme. So one of the things I wanted to do, I wanted you to give us one of your songs, and then I would like to see if everybody can understand your song, you know, without you explaining what your song is about. That was kind of the idea. So identify the importance of understanding the central theme. That's one of the objectives I have today. And to start the process of engaging with your songwriting from a conceptual point of view and review your old strategies. And I also want to continue the process. Like the book shows you like different ways of starting a song initially. And so we'll continue that narrative. And so last week we did 2 ways of working into a song, and today we're going to see one of them if we have time. I mean, depending on what happens when we finish. So use different paths. Like I mean, if we do this, we're going to be able to have different ways of starting music. I know that initially at the beginning of this course, I think that maybe things will feel a bit basic in a way, but it's just like we're exploring a lot of ways of initiating the process of writing music. So we're just at the beginning, so things will get more intricate and more complex as we progress. So right now, we're just going to be thinking about the central theme of your song. And another thing I want to say before I start is that I don't necessarily agree with everything that the author is saying. Let me just edit something here, by the way. Have a mistake. Carry over. I don't necessarily agree with everything that the author is saying. You will see what I mean. Like, you know, I have like a different, I don't know, approach towards music creation. I'm not so much of a verse, chorus, verse structure kind of guy, you know. Excuse me. So, excuse me. So sometimes we will experience some things that maybe the author is proposing to us, but that maybe I don't agree. So yeah, let's go on. So yeah, just waiting for Sergey here. So obviously, I mean, let me ask you a question to you guys, and let's start with you guys who are online. Do you believe that songs have a central theme, or some people say, for example, no, music has no limits to its interpretation, and it's not like something that it's really either relevant or possible. This was for those of you who were in the postmodern and postmodern composition music with me last year, saw something about this. But I don't know. What is your opinion? Do you think that songs have a central theme, or do you think that everything is open to interpretation? How do you approach to this? I'm asking to you guys online, so I'll go to Sergey in a second. I'm just starting with the online guys.
Yes, usually like 90% of the songs, there is some sort of the central theme. It can be like purely musical themes, like melody, or it could be like an idea or a feeling, but usually there is something that describes this song the best, one idea that you can tell.
And when you write, sorry to interrupt you. Carry on. Excuse me. Carry on. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, that's everything I want to say.
Cool. And what about Dima? I'm curious to hear your opinion, Dima, about this.
We're talking about lyrics only, or
No, I mean, look. For example, let me tell you something. There is a band that I love. It's called Tree Trap Tigers, and I was really always super excited about them. And one day I got really pissed off. They make instrumental music because the keyboard player said like, no, our music has no meaning. And I was like, come on, like instrumental music has also meaning. So yeah, I'm talking about everything, including instrumental and everything, not only vocals. So how do you see it?
I think the main theme is in not instrumental songs. Yeah, there is always central theme, lyrics. So yeah.
And instrumental music? I mean, is it possible to achieve a central theme without lyrics?
Nah.
You think not? You think not?
Yeah.
Ah, all right. So you open a challenge here, bro. Like you open me, you open me a challenge here. So let me just open one song here. It's very old, and actually we have discussed this song in the foundation. Let's. I mean, that was not something that I was planning to do, but now that you you also pissed me off with that, just like those guys who were saying that.
The meaning of theme is different for us because, for example, Grisha said that everything in song
Revolves around it.
have a theme.
Yeah.
For me, theme it's only like something that you can vocabulary. I forgot the word.
Articulate, like that. Something you can articulate.
Something you can articulate. It's not the musical theme. That it's not the like melody. It's,
Yeah.
It's, those things is called like musical theme, not the theme.
Yep. Okay.
Understand?
Yeah, I follow you. Okay, so anyways, I put here an example, which is the lark ascending. I mean, it's precisely a song about a bird flying, and it's. I mean, maybe the author.
But can you understand the theme without reading?
Fuck! I should have perhaps played the song before and then discussed that. You know, like I said already the name, and I already said the meaning. So, like, I mean, I like your challenge, Dima. Do you mean like can somebody understand the meaning without knowing the title?
Yeah.
Just a sec. Music without a
Because you
center.
can
Interpret.
Yeah.
You can interpret.
As you wish.
Yeah, I see.
This song.
I see. Grisha says like that music without a central theme is unlistenable. Let's give the word. That's really interesting. Let's give the word to Sergey that he wanted to say something a while ago, and I focus on you guys.
I think that there are themes usually. For example, in songs and in instrumental music, for example, if we look at Fifth Symphony of Beethoven, it is definitely the main theme. Do-do-do-do. And everybody understands that it is something important, something maybe bad, which is coming soon.
Yeah. So, I mean, Sergey seems to be on the side of the idea that it's like, central themes can be, I don't know.
It's only emotions. It's like you can't.
I guess that our question, you understand what
That's
Dima?
how music works. Yeah, it has emotions that like convey something, but you can't say this piece of music about, I don't know, ocean flowing peacefully or aggressive.
Like the question is, can an
Without reading about this.
without reading about this?
Reading to title.
Okay. Without reading it,
Can I add something?
go for it, Palina. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, this is great.
I'm not sure this was mentioned, but I think that, well, personally, I'm fine if somebody's gonna interpret the song differently.
Yeah.
I remember there was a case of one artist. So the artist wrote a song about her friend who passed away. But you could also interpret this song as a breakup song.
Yeah.
And I remember her saying like, if it's gonna help you, I'm totally fine with it. Like, it's just gonna serve this purpose, right? So, I'm not against people interpreting the song differently if it's gonna help them in
Yeah.
some way. And if it's gonna support them.
Yep, of
It's
course.
fine. I mean, everybody's gonna see every piece differently, so why not? I mean, sometimes it can help add new meanings.
Yeah, and
Metrics is about dolphins, really.
Dima, that's a meme from our course. Dima and Sergey, it's a meme from our course of philosophy that we had. So yeah, I mean, and also, I mean, I guess that the main discussion that we're having here is can a central theme be created? And I guess that we all agree there, right? Like a central theme can be created. Yeah, and then the second question is once you create the theme, will that be obvious for everybody else? And I guess that's where Dima says no, obvious, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to understand all the ideas on the table. And for example, Sergey goes for like an idea more, which is like, hey, central themes are obvious to everybody. Do you think, or
Not
no?
always.
He's not saying that. He's not saying that they're obvious.
First of all, not in all compositions.
Not in all compositions there is a central theme.
In that composition where there is main theme, not everybody see it.
Yeah, exactly. So we kind of agree on this. Great. And also, Palina, what you said I think is really important. And I also want to add that I mentioned this to you in the past, I believe, and I'm saying it now to Sergey directly, but maybe, I don't know if you remember this conversation. But with my own songwriting and releasing records across the years, I have realized that the more you can leave in space of interpretation to people, the more people seem to grab a connection with the song. Like if you tell them in their face what the song is about, the whole thing loses a bit of power. It is important to try to leave a space of interpretation to people. Like, and I have repeated this. I'm too explicit and say too much everything in your face, and then people are kind of like, okay, like it's kind of like a surprise without the surprise. So, anyways, let's move on. Now, this author, remember, the author that we're following, it's a person who is focused on. I mean, imagine the type of people that write singles for for whatever, for Katy Perry or something. I mean, these are people who see pop music very much as a formula, and I think that it's a good way. It's interesting for us to study this, even though we don't agree with this author sometimes. So I still believe that it's useful to see this formula way, and then think what we think about this. So he goes like, hey, yeah, you know, everything in your song revolves around and assumes direction from the main idea of the song. So he's kind of trying to tell you, okay, once you have a main idea, or maybe you will find the main idea as you're composing, but you will center everything around the main idea. You see, he calls this a central idea, okay? And then this is where we're going to have a good discussion as well, which is often encapsulated in the title. So do you think that the central idea should be connected with the title? Like, do you think there is this rule, or Sergey has something to say here?
I think there is some contrapunct between name of the composition and the main idea.
That's a really cool thing. So there is a contrapunct. He says it like it's connected with the title. It's encapsulated, actually. I mean, this is the type of music composer that he's kind of telling you, no, the song has to be called like the main idea. Like, without "Hit Me Baby One More Time," it cannot be called something else, because the song is about "Hit Me Baby One More Time." Well, that sounds really, really brutal. What do you guys think online? Sorry, Sergey wants to say something else?
For example, the song of Beatles, Eleanor Rigby, it is just name in the title, but the song is about lonely people.
Sure, exactly. That's a good idea. That's a good connection. So what do you think, guys? Like, do you think that, I mean, how do you approach to writing songs that, naming songs that you wrote? I'm asking online there. So, I don't know. I drop it to Grisha. Go.
I was typing it right now, but I believe you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can. This was an error yesterday. Sorry. Yeah.
So I believe that rules are useful when you can kind of when you don't know what to do, but when you have an idea and something is stopping you, they really are useless, and you shouldn't get any rules. So if you like have an idea with the song title like Dolphins, and the song is about metrics, that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't know how to name it, you probably can name it after the central idea of the song. Or do it the other way. If you don't know what to write about, what to write the song about, but you have the title, you can make the title the central idea. So it can help you, but it shouldn't stop you.
It shouldn't stop you. I agree with you. I think we have an agreement with that, all of us. Anybody has a different opinion about this? I'm interested to hear Valeria's opinion, if you're around there. Okay. Valeria is NPC. NPC again. In
Busy being a president.
She's being busy the president, yeah. NPC mode. Olga, you cannot speak, I guess, right? You're at work. I'm assuming that. So anyways.
No, I can speak.
Okay. You write music that is a little bit more abstract than the rest. Am I right, or I mean, you don't write so much pop music, or am I wrong? I just haven't heard your music for a long time. Huh?
Yes, I prefer to write instrumentals, and I don't usually write a lot of lyrics. And when I start writing a song, I prefer to make a sound or choose a sample which reflects the mood I want to bring to my song. Yeah.
And
I also.
Go ahead.
Even if I want to write lyrics, I also like to make them abstract because I agree with what you said before. I like then you don't give too much to the listener. Then you give a space for them to think about it, to make their own associations.
Yep, I agree. Okay, that's really cool. So let's carry on. If anybody wants to say something else, just come in. So now you see, like Jack Perricone is kind of like being very, very, very algorithmic about everything. And I don't know if these things he's saying are true, but I think that it's cool to discuss them and to put them on the table. And maybe when you write songs in the future, this can help you to think, you know? He's saying something like this. If the central idea is at the beginning of the song, this is a really cool idea, and I really agree with this sentence. Like, okay, you want to use your central idea at the beginning of the song. Well, you better have a lot of interesting things to say after that, because it's kind of like you're saying all the meaning at the very beginning of the song. So both the music and the lyrics must be substantial enough to generate the rest of the song. So that's a really cool idea. I never thought about that. So, you start kind of like, you're breaking my heart or whatever. And then it's like, okay, so that's the most important part of the song. And you started with that. I hope you have a good content to continue getting everybody hooked up, If then he puts another algorithm, like if you find yourself beginning with a verse that ends with the title, it's like imagine that you started your song, you have a verse, the verse ends with the title of the songs. Well, the verse material must supply information that leads logically to the culminating line after the refrain. So, basically, he's sort of kind of telling you, okay, if the last word of your verse is the chorus, you need to kind of logically get transported into the chorus. We need to how to illustrate how to do that is something that we have to do together in class, like work together. But the idea is that if you find yourself using that title of your track at the end of a verse, you have to kind of try to make a connection towards the refrain that follows. If the verse does not contain the central idea at all, so he's saying kind of like, well, if your verse doesn't contain your main idea, then most likely it's going to appear in the chorus. So it's just so you know, it's just like songwriting formulas. If you use a pre-chorus, you are creating a need in the listener to hear the central idea. This is a really cool thing. So we have, in this case, there are two algorithms that he's presenting that I think are useful. Number one, if you begin with your idea, well, be prepared to deliver a lot of interesting information right after. And if you're going to use a pre-chorus, or maybe you want to use a pre-chorus if you want to build tension and interest around the central idea. So, what is the idea gonna be about? What is the idea gonna be about? This. Oh, okay, great. Two. So, and you see, like, remember, guys, that we are right now in a very different situation than a person like Jack Perricone. Like a person like Jack Perricone is a person who teaches in Berkeley songwriting, and also who is writing songs. Like, maybe this person has to write 50 songs in a week. It can happen. So yeah, because it's a person who is writing songs on demand. Like, he gets a commission, and then he has to write songs. So for us, maybe we see all this calculated, cold-minded approach to songwriting, and we think like, oh man, that's so like, that's how I feel, at least. Like, wow, that lacks soul. It lacks kind of like, I don't know, feeling to it. Like, how can we be so mathematical? But I don't know, man. Like, remember, we are in different situations. You're in a different situation than me, and I'm in a different situation than Jack Perricone. You're in a different situation because, for example, you're not writing a soundtrack for a film right now in this moment. Maybe you are, and I don't know that, but I think you're not. And so I'm bombarded with questions and songwriting proposals that I need to make. So these formulas can become useful when you're in those kind of situations. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Where not necessarily everything has to come from the depth of your soul. And remember that when we introduced the course, we said that one of the main ideas of this course is to add a rational side of, to kind of like awaken your rational side inside the world of songwriting. So, okay, just in case. So if the first line of the song is the main idea, if the first line of your song is a mess idea, you see, he calls it, this is, and I don't agree with this, and that's why I put it on quotes, this is the most popular placement of the title in a verse chorus song, either in the first line or within the first couple of lines in the chorus. Like, I don't think that you have to put the first line of the song as being the main idea, but he's kind of announcing something that which is like he thinks that this is very common, in music, and there must be a reason for that. At the moment, guys have any questions or comments? Like, I'm interested to hear your opinion about this mathematical or algorithmic songwriting concept, Do you like it? Do you think it's useless? Do you think it's useful?
It's useful if you don't know what to do. It's the same thing I told you before for me. Because, like, you may have a good idea, but you don't know how to express it, and these rules can really help you.
Yeah.
But if you know how to do it, then what these rules?
Exactly. I agree with you. And I have found myself in both sides of the river. Like, I have found myself sometimes at 4 a.m. in the night needing to do something urgently for tomorrow and looking for these kind of rules to help me in that moment because I'm just fucked. It happened to me actually with the writing of that soundtrack of that movie. Like I was like at 2 a.m. and I ended up looking like a video. I ended up in some YouTube video about like how I was explaining this yesterday in the lecture that you were there, Sergey. Like I was explaining kind of like that. I went and I looked for, there is a spectrum of modes. I guess you guys have seen this. And if you haven't seen this, tell it to me because we can make a lecture about this because it was really useful. Have you seen this? I mean, the spectrum of modes, like from darker to lighter. Important question. Especially for the songwriters. Sorry for that.
I mean, I'm not sure I've seen like a particular chart or something.
Yeah.
But, more or less know.
Cool. Because I really, this was in my first version of the course, and then I removed it when I found the Jack Perry cone. But then I'll make one lecture in the middle of all of this, which is going to be a discussion of that. Great. That's really cool. So anyways, he continues and goes like, hey, no matter where it appears, no matter where the central idea appears, having a central idea or song is important. So I think we all agree on this. If you're not able to say what your song is about in one or at most 2 sentences, you probably don't have a central idea. If you're writing like a chorus or a verse in the moment of your brush, this is really cool songwriting kind of like formulas that I think we should sort of pay attention to, like if you're going to build momentum in your verse, you kind of should go towards the central idea. You should, and he says this thing which is like thinks yourself as an archer. You have like an arrow, and the verse of your song is an arrow that points towards the central idea. I don't agree with this, but I think that it can be useful to me one day. So I wanted to discuss the central idea of a song, of some of your songs that you have submitted. And before we do that, I would like to hear a song together that I know what's the meaning of the song is, like personally, and I will not tell it to you, and I don't think it's easy to figure it out. And then you will tell me what do you think. Important for the guys online. Important for the guys online. Tell me if you hear the music right now. Do you hear the music?
No.
You don't hear the music. That's wait, let me just check that. Where is the Google Meet feeding from? So hide, wait. Settings. That's why. And I guess now you will hear me better. You hear me like a lot better, right? Now.
Is the same?
Yeah. Yeah, I see why. Wait. And now? The same? You hear me. Okay, but now...
I mean, like, we heard you perfectly.
Great. And now you hear the music?
No.
I see why.
Yeah, now we hear it.
Okay. So, look, I'm going to put the lyrics here, and let's see if we understand... short story. Let's see if we catch the main idea of the song. So I'll put it here, and then we will do it with one of your songs, and then we will carry on with the material of the lecture. So, okay, let's go.
Sleeping while you replace me. Safety turn off. We can leave them waiting, nervous, 'cause I know, no, no, yeah. We make them nervous, 'cause I know they're listening. We make them nervous on the phone, on the phone. We make them nervous, 'cause I know they're listening. We make them nervous on the phone, on the phone. If I can't escape your hold, just let me go. Let me have this mutiny. I won't lose this time, reclaiming my night till the streets run red. I won't let you choose when I die, regressing on the dial. If I'm gonna lose my mind, just let me go. Let me have this mutiny.
Sorry, I had the mic off. So does the lyrics of this song speak you something? Does they sound like gibberish? Can you extract some meaning from this? Maybe you need to hear it again or something. We won't do that so we don't lose so much time, but do you catch something from here? I know very well what the song is about because I have studied it carefully so we can discuss it, but I'm curious to hear your opinion first. Or also tell me, man, it's impossible to do this like that. Just so you know.
Maybe it's about argue between like boyfriend and girlfriend, or about mommy and son.
Okay, so option one, argument between people. Sergey wants to say something here. What do you want to say?
I think this is a story about two lovers or wife and husband, and the wife or the girl you answer all phones and have very many interest outside of this relationship, and the boy, the husband, not happy about this.
Okay.
And finally he decided to broke this relationship.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, wife has big interest outside married. Husband does not like this. Decides to end it. Olga, you have something there for us, or is it hard for you to answer this? I understand that maybe not everybody can just answer this question like that so quickly, or?
No, I'm pretty busy now, so
sorry,
I can't
sorry.
answer.
Sorry, gotcha. Okay, and guys, yeah.
Maybe it's about like how should I put it? Like maybe going against the flow, like
Paulina is getting
insisting
closer.
on your decision. Like for example, you want to do something, but your family is against it, and like trying to be persistent, right?
Trying
Your
to be
decisions.
Okay.
Like not let those people influence you with their fears.
You're getting closer to the meaning of the song. Not being what's the name? what did you said? Not letting people getting between
Not
you
being influenced
Uh-huh.
by fears of others or something like that.
and the fears of others. Dima, you wanted to say something?
Maybe.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute.
Ah?
He's speaking to himself or what?
He's kind of like speaking.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's kind of like speaking. Like I mean, it's sort of both in. That's really cool songwriting. It's sort of both speaking to somebody else and to himself. Like it happens in the song, because he says, "If I were you, I wouldn't answer it at all." I mean, I wouldn't answer it at all. It's referring to a phone call or a knock on the door. Like if I were you, I wouldn't answer it at all. It's late November morning and I'll be coming home. So it's kind of like, imagine that husband is coming back from work home and calls to the wife. The wife is like, somebody's at the door. Now I'm revealing to you a bit of the meaning of the song, because I know the meaning of the song. Do you want to hear it, or before I proceed, anybody else wants to say something before I go and tell you what the song is about?
Well, I wrote it in the chat. what
yeah,
I
sorry.
think it's about.
Sorry, let me see. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I want to see what you wrote. For me, it sounds like Commander CIMC listening. Dude, you got it really close. You got it really, really close. Really, really close. Look, I wish I could. I just don't know. Well, I'm going to get lost if I try to find some snippets of an interview when they talk about sort of this song. So, shall I proceed to go to the meaning of to the central theme of this song before you say anything else? Yeah? Should I go? Okay, I'm going to take that as a yes. If you don't want, stop me. So, all right, look. This guy, the singer of this band. By the way, let me start by saying this. This band and this type of songwriting, they really want you to have your own meaning. Like, they're not telling you that this song is about that. You know, they are the kind of musicians who really have it open. But I'm the kind of fan who knows like all the details of this person's life and everything that happens. So, and also I have heard the interviews and stuff, so I know what the song pretty much is about. So there is this person is called Cedric Bixter. That's his name. That's the singer of this song. Let me see if we can see him. No, that's definitely not him. There you go. Cedric Bixler. Sorry, I just always get it wrong. Cedric Bixler Zavala. That's him. And there is a guy called Daniel Armstrong. I always get it right too. Like Daniel. Wait. Bixter Zavala. Yeah, I know how to find it. Have you ever? Any of you guys? Have you seen a show called That 70s Show? That it happened a long time ago. Never seen it. I guess not.
Heard of it, but never seen it.
Yeah. So this guy, there is a guy, Danny Masterson. Like Danny Masterson. This song is connected to him because this whole album is connected to him. Because Cedric was a guy who was the singer, or is the singer of this band. The person that you saw here singing there is the singer of a huge band who represents a lot of stuff for many people. So he's like kind of in the top of the rock world, and he was living all the life of that the people of the top of the rock world usually live. I mean, he was having very heavy connection with drugs. You know, he was. I mean, I wouldn't say like heroin junkie addict kind of guy, because he was really active and positive, and you know, but he certainly said in an interview that he used to spend $5,000 a month on weed, for example. Like he was really deep into like his relationship with narcotics and everything. This happened like 10 years ago, and the way he started to get out of this was through the Church of Scientology. It really happened like that in the USA. And Danny Masterson is a famous actor, and he's the wife of Cedric Bixler Zavala, and and Cedric, the wife of the singer, and the singer starting attending to these seminars inside the world of the Church of Scientology, and Danny Masterson tried to rape the wife of Cedric Bixler Zavala, and actually they are going on trial right now. I mean, this trial is really happening. This is all real. What I'm telling you, it's really happening. Like the wife of the singer there was an attempt of rape by this man to her, and they are suing him, and it's a major thing. And so this song, they started to have very big legal issues with the Church of Scientology because of all of this that is happening. And they started feeling very paranoid. So this song is about paranoia, and it's about the fact that the Church of Scientology has been kind of chasing them to try to stop this case from coming out to the light, because this guy, Danny Masterson, is a very famous person inside the world of the Church of Scientology. So now you know this background. Now imagine, Cedric is somewhere else, and the wife calls and says, man, there is somebody at the door. And he tells her, if I were you, I wouldn't answer it at all. I wouldn't answer the door. Don't answer the door. It's late November morning, and I'll be coming home. Like, this is after a show, you see, or something in the early mornings of the day. For a while, I couldn't shake them, but the trail I left was strong. This is a meaning. This is something what it means in espionage, when you're trying to escape from somebody. Like, the trail is the capacity of other people to follow you. So for a while, I couldn't shake them. I mean, he actually got to shake them, the people who were chasing him. You understand where I'm going? I see your face. Well, you didn't hear the song? Shake, it means, for example, imagine that you're chasing me, and I'm like, and then I hide, and you don't see me anymore. I was able to shake you. You cannot find me right now. So he's saying, for a while, I couldn't shake them. So it was hard to shake them. But the trail I left was strong, which means I think they will find me anyways, because whatever, they're going to find me. We can leave them nervous. Like, I mean, it's so amazing songwriting, and it's so amazing songwriting. Like, we can leave them nervous, because I know. Like, I mean, what that means is, like, I know they're going to find us. Let's let them worry. Let's just try to escape or something. I mean, let's see what we're going to do. If I were you, I wouldn't answer the door. Again, it repeats. It's another moment. You see? It's 2 a.m. I'm looking down the streets, but silence has eyes for her. That means, like, I mean, please, again, don't answer the door. It's 2 a.m. I'm nearby, but people are looking at her anyways. They know she's there. Like, I mean, the spies or the people who are trying to get us, know they're there. I don't understand all the elements of the song, so sorry if I missed something. For example, this part, I never had it so clear. If you guys get it to me, like, sleeping while you replace me, safety turned off. I never got this sentence really well. I don't know if you got it there. We can leave them nervous, because I know, yeah. We made them nervous because I know they're listening. So it's kind of like, I mean, for example, I know that the FSB can hear all the phone calls, and the fact that I know that, it makes them nervous, because, I mean, it's kind of like, fuck, like, these guys know what we're doing. We make them nervous on the phone. We made them nervous because I know they're listening. We make them nervous on the phone. If I can't escape your hold, just let me go. This is now him in the end telling to the people who are chasing him. If I can't escape your hold, just let me go. Let me have this mutiny. You know the word mutiny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me have this mutiny. And if I won't lose this time, reclaim my night till the streets run red. I love this sentence. I won't let you choose when I die. Regressing on the dial. I'm going to lose my mind. Just let me go and let me have this mutiny. I mean, he's telling to his captors, like, come on, like, just leave me alone. Let me have this mutiny. Now, you see, like, this song has not, let's analyze it from the perspective of what he was saying. The name of the song is not shown at all, or connected, or not connected, but we cannot make the connection between the name of the song and the actual lyrics. So, short story, I mean, who knows why it's called like that? I really, really don't know that, personally. So he was saying something kind of like, let's see those rules of songwriting. Like, the central idea is at the beginning of your song. Let's see if it
I'm sorry,
was. Yeah?
sorry. You were talking about the song, the part of the song where he says, "You sleep when you replace me," or something like that. Safety turned off.
Yeah, let me just.
Or this.
No, right now we're back to the main topic of the song.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you couldn't really get what he was talking about.
Yeah.
I have a strong feeling that in this part, he literally victim blames his wife for the rape attempt.
Sleeping while you replace me, safety turn off. I mean,
I think maybe
Could be.
it's if you said it's about like paranoia.
yeah.
So maybe they had like shifts. One was sleeping and one was like watching
good.
out.
Good. I like
And
that
safety
interpretation.
turned off. Like when he goes to sleep, he come
Yeah,
when
yeah,
it
yeah,
is
yeah,
safe
yeah.
as
You
my
got it, man.
intention
You
of-
got it. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're really right. I'm sleeping while you replace me on checking out who is looking out there. You know, like looking out of the window. Like I'm gonna go to sleep, and I turn off my safety. Anyways, the interpretation that Masha gives, I mean, also it's to be considered. But I really resonate with what you said right now. Like we can leave them nervous. Great. I love this. The next thing I don't understand so well. Like, let's see. If I can escape your hold, just let me go. I think that's clear. Let me have this mutiny, and I won't lose this time reclaiming my night. I guess that he decides to let go the paranoia. You see, it could be because, and I won't lose this time. Like I'm not gonna spend all this time looking at the window and stuff. Like I want to reclaim my night. I want to be able to sleep. But then till the streets run red. It sounds like a sentence that he chose there because it sounds beautiful. I don't think so. I don't know. And regressing on the dial doesn't make so much sense to me. I mean, this means turning back in time. Regressing on the dial means going back in time. But anyways, if I'm gonna let's move on because we have not so much time, and I also want to see another song which is from Grisha. So let's see if we have the lyrics. We don't know the main meaning of the song. We have the composer of the song here with us. So let's see if we can get somewhere on our own, and then Grisha would laugh at us to see what do we think the song is about, and then we're going to be super off. We will see. What's up? Let me open the lyrics in parallel. Sorry, I guess. Palinas gave it as well. Sorry. I'm going to start with Grisha. Let's see what's up. And the lyrics
And we
are...
started smoking, though you know it's not gonna end well. It will hurt you, it will hurt you, oh it will. And you started drinking, though you know it's not gonna end well. It is poison, it will kill you, oh it will. And I don't know myself as good as my friends, and I will not see tomorrow unless there's some money that I can borrow from my day. From my day. From my day. Started leaving, though you know it's not gonna end well. You are breathing, and you always will. And you started loving, though you know it's not gonna end well. It will hurt you again, it always will. And I don't know myself as good as my friends. I will not see tomorrow unless there's some money that I can borrow from my day. From my day. From my day. From my day.
Cool, great. So, all right. Who wants to give it a shot first? Dima, I'm interested in your opinion. Are you there?
Yeah.
So, what is the song about for you? Like, is the central theme exists here? Is there a central theme?
About mature and young people.
Nature or
Not maturing, mature.
nature, like природа.
No.
Mature and young people.
Mature.
Sorry, yeah, mature.
No worries. Mature versus young people. Not versus, but like and young people.
Yeah. It's like comparison between them.
A what between them?
Comparison.
Comparison between them. Like we have Alexandra here as well. Do you want to say something?
Well, yeah, it's about the development of the person. I really like how the first verse is about those negative aspects, which are smoking and drinking.
Mm-hmm.
But the next one is about good things, like living, breathing, loving. Yet there are some things that are repeated, like will hurt you. Those painful things, both those bad things.
Good things that have like two edges, right? Like I mean, it can be good and bad at the same time. Like love will hurt you, but love is also good. Yeah.
It will hurt you.
Exactly. Good things that have good and bad consequences. Yeah. Let's see. Masha, do you have any thoughts or ideas about what we just heard?
Honestly, I haven't really heard all of the lyrics.
Gotcha. Yeah, no worries. It's okay.
But all in all, I just feel like the guy's. I feel like he's talking to himself a little bit.
Yeah, I also think the
Like
same.
he started smoking, but he knows it's not gonna end well. Started drinking.
And it's not going to
Myself
end
is
well.
good friends. Yeah, so I think it's a little bit talking to himself, and or just maybe it's him talking from the perspective of a more adult person who got hurt and sheltered himself.
And shoulder himself? I couldn't hear that word. And what?
Shelter
Shelter.
himself from the world.
I have a commentary here, which is like, okay, I feel this.
Sorry,
go ahead.
I want to expand a bit. The main theme is about responsibility.
Yes. I was writing exactly that. Responsibility.
Okay, sure.
Exactly. No. Perfect. Because I mean, because of this thing from like, I mean, kind of like I will not see you tomorrow unless there is some money I can borrow from my dad. It's kind of like, hey, I'm still not in control of all my life. So I'm starting to assume responsibilities, and those responsibilities will have negative effects on me. But still, I mean, kind of like, if my dad doesn't give me money, I cannot see you tomorrow. Are we super wrong?
Maybe it's like a letter to himself when he was younger, like to younger self, letter to younger self, something like that.
In this case, do you know the meaning? I mean, or it's just like a coincidence?
No, I have no idea. I heard this song for the first time. So.
To himself from youth. So now let's talk to the author of the song. What is the song about, Bratan? It's so cool that we can ask you.
It's actually very funny that some people told that it's the letter from more adult myself to more young myself, because actually I wrote this song before I actually started smoking and drinking and everything like this. Mm-hmm. So it was more of a weird motivational song. Like you've made those decisions, you started doing stuff. Not everything is good, but still you've got like to carry on the way you can. It's kind of the idea is this. You know everything's gonna end and probably hurt you, but you still gotta live somehow and like borrow money from your dad and everything. So it's more of like carry on, like just this simple idea.
And what did you mean here about I don't know myself as good as my friends? Like it means that there are clouds inside of you about your own personality or way of being or something?
It means I don't know much. I don't know a lot about myself. Mm-hmm. And even like a person from the outside, like my friends, can tell me more about myself than I can. It's like I didn't figure it out right now yet,
Cool.
but
Cool.
my friends might have seen it from the site. So it's you like were correct mostly, but it wasn't a letter to my younger self. It was more of a motivational letter, like to me, that is like, you started all this stuff and it may hurt you, but still you've got to carry on.
Great, great. Let's hear Palina's submission. So this has a pretty interesting name, which is Infinite Monkey Theorem. So let's see where we go from that. See, by the way, Sergey, I don't know, did you wanted to say something? I just kind of like didn't got you so close there.
I don't have slightly different things, but I think that maybe this song can be thought like the song about relationship between boy and girl, and he's a good boy, he's like a student, and she is like bad girl. And she's go out to alcohol and so on, and he is not happy about this. But I already heard that this is wrong version.
So you better not be. If only we would know who is the girlfriend of this person, and I hope that this person is not a bad girl. So I don't know if you heard everything there, guys, but whatever, I'm just kidding. So okay, let's have a look at Infinite Monkey Theorem. Let's see where this takes us. Just duplicate this and open this here. Can I open it separately? Yeah. So we have the song and the lyrics. The lyrics are opening. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a listen.
Watch your every move, late night, moonlight reflecting from my face.
we have a bigger riddle. So I'm gonna start this one. So, and well, Palina, you will later tell us how wrong we were. So, I mean, I really, I'm right now in the IMT, in the infinite monkey theorem. Theorem a bit in the wild. So if I were the person who is going to analyze the song, I would just go to internet and see like infinite. If I see something, if I find something, there is an infinite monkey theorem. So the infinite monkey theorem is this idea that, you know, if a monkey types randomly for infinity, you know, it can accidentally write all the works of Shakespeare or all the songs of Bach choosing random musical notes. Like so okay, I mean that's a sign there of what's going on. Let me see here. So so I would go for the fact that the first verse kind of talks to me about the impossibility slash random chance of love actually happening. I mean, how rare and impossible it is. And this impossibility, it's like, wow, it all seems unreal. Will I ever experience it in reality? I mean, because it's so great, it looks unreal. Once I meet you in reality, what if I don't like you? You're just a human being. You're not even real. Will I like reality versus my dreams? Fear starts to surround us. Soon you'll be some line into someone new I find. So in here, I would say something kind of like meeting in reality, in real life, is challenging. Not challenging, but it's kind of like, it's scary. Will you be who I dreamed? Again, like something kind of like that. Reality fades with fiction. I mean, I'm talking about disappearance of lines, close my eyes. And we go back to the impossibility of love and randomness of love actually happening. And then the end is like, whoa, fantasy is so good that maybe it's better not to spoil it with reality. How do you guys feel about that interpretation?
I feel like it's a song about, you know, unrealistic expectations about every partner that the girl imagines in her head. Like she just always hopes that one of those infinite people can be the right one. But she also is not sure if she actually meets that unrealistic expectation in her life. Will she like it or not?
Good. So I like their interpretation very, very much. Like meeting a lot of people, hoping that one of those is a real one. Did I got it right or did I miss something?
Kinda, yeah. Like this unrealistic hopes and expectations about for somebody, for a partner, for a man, for whatever, and she tends to apply it to everyone she meets, but because hopes that one of them might be the right, but she also is afraid whether those expectations are actually valid for her, like whether she will actually like the person when she meets one.
Great. I like this approach a lot. Expectation versus reality. What did you say exactly? I didn't understood very well. This means that you agree? This means, okay. You're like, yeah. Okay, great. So Alexander and I agree on this interpretation. Somebody wanted to say something? I heard some noise there online. No? Sergey wants to say something here. Go ahead.
Maybe going forward, we can say that there are two strategy in finding good partner. First, waiting, looking, and trying to from the first time find the good, and second, and meet everyone who can be it, and hoping that one of them will be good.
It's like different sorting algorithms, like randomness, how to sort it out. Anybody else there wants to say something before we give it to Palina?
I just know what the song's about, so I'm fine.
Okay, go ahead, Polia, tell us how far or close we were to the interpretation that we did.
Kinda close, but not really on the point. So
Uh-huh.
the song is about obsessive crush.
Obsessive crush.
Yeah, so like I watch your every move, like that blue light is like
Yeah.
basically you like go on the internet and you search everything about that person or something like that. And then like also it's about like building those expectations and it's overthinking, basically obsessing over somebody to the point where you actually create somebody else in your head, which is like very far from
That's
the,
really
like,
cool.
the
That's really
person.
cool. That's really cool. Well, if you
Yeah.
can make it more, I think that you see, we all of us miss this obsessive crush part, and that's exactly what I wanted to get from this exercise. You know, so you can meditate, Polia, like about, oh, what word can I slightly tweak? So, for example, I watch your every move.
I mean,
For example, imagine.
from my
this.
point of view, first verse is pretty self-explanatory.
Well, but look
in
at
terms
what
of
happened.
obsessiveness, yeah.
This is exactly what I
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to
I
achieve
see.
with this exercise. A lot of people saw it, and we catch 90% of it, but we miss a crucial 10%. And for example, imagine I watch your every move, late night, blue light. Like if you add here an indication that it also happens on the day, like late night, I don't know, when the sun is bright. I mean, I'm just joking right now, but it will show to us like, okay, this person is thinking about this all the time. It's not only in the night. I don't know. Yes, you're right. Or we just leave it like that and we leave something open. Like, yeah, we all think it's great. It's just like the point is just let's think about this and discuss it. That's all. Like and see like, okay, did your point?
Yeah,
came
it's
across?
actually really cool that you kind of get some of the things, but you don't get the others. It's
And-
I find the process being really fascinating.
Did we got everything? Like, is there something that we got fully wrong? That would be really interesting. Is there something that we got fully wrong? Like, no, that's not about that.
Well, the impossibility and random chance of
Uh-huh.
love, actually.
Yeah, I got it.
Something like that.
So-
But yeah, the reality fades with fiction is true about this song.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be who I dreamed? Yeah, basically that's the thing is right. It's just
Great.
not about like
Cool. All right, that's pretty sweet. Look, guys, here's my situation. I really need to be leaving MMS at 12:30, and I need to repair my bike because I need to take it to repair because on the way here, my bike got destroyed, unfortunately, very badly. It's going to be a big repair, and I need to drop my bike to repair. I know we started like 10 minutes late, but we will recover these 10 minutes in the next lecture, okay? Because look, what is coming next? We just did this. And then, well, let's we already discussed this. Wait, give me just a second. Okay, this is just a repetition. So what was going to happen next theoretically, but anyways, we have very little time to open a new topic. It's like last week we saw what happens if we begin with a title. And then you guys wrote a song, like some text to a title, and we meditated about it. And we also discussed, hey, what happens if we start with a lyric concept? Great. And so today we're going to be like, okay, well, I mean, the idea of the next encounter with us is going to be what happens if we start with a melodic idea. Because this book that we're following is going to explore hundreds of cases of how to approach to songwriting from different angles. So how to approach from a musical idea. So we will kind of discuss what the author is thinking about. And then he actually goes through an idea, a particular idea that he develops, and he shows you how this is developed, and we will do that. And my goal was to get you to develop a same little music idea in 20 minutes, just here like quickly to see how do you get there and what happens. And then after that, we go to another case. These are several cases. He explores them all, and we will see both the musical notation and the audio and think about it and see how another author develops his own ideas. And then you will make a little exercise in which you will start an idea from scratch, and then we see what happens, okay? So about the onlineness or not onlineness of the lectures. There is a conversation here of maybe making this lecture online. I'm talking here with Alexandra right now. How do you feel about that? I mean, personally, I want them to be here, but if it's going to be only like 1 or 2 people coming and everybody coming online, I don't know. I don't know. I want to do it here. You're planning to come physically. You 2 guys are planning to come. Yeah, okay, but if it were, I'm here talking with Alexander Sergey, guys, I'll go back to you. So if your choice would be here, ideally. Great. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, that's okay. And you too. It's in the classroom.
There is one additional thing that my English is not so good.
Sure, and if we're in person, we understand each other.
I see you, I understand
Of course, of course. Okay, so, and then we have, Palina is up for online. Olga, are you up for online? Cannot speak, I guess. Dima is up for online.
Yes, sorry, I'm for online. Yeah.
You're for online. Grisha is, well, it's in another country. Dima is up for online. Valeria is in NPC mode. Kate, are you there? NPC mode. And Masha, like, are you for online or offline?
I can do both.
Kate, yes. Okay, both. I don't know. Let's do this. This will be connected a bit to my schedule. So.
Sorry, Kate is answering in the chat.
Yes. I read. Thank you. It's connected a bit more to my schedule. So let me see my next Tuesday. Wow. Calendar. Calendar.google. Let me see what's my next Tuesday like. And then we decide if it loads. I think I'm gonna come here, guys, like whatever the case is. Anyways, it's like kind of like not so bad. The next one theoretically that we have is at 12:30 on, I need to check the schedule. It's at 12:30 on next Tuesday. I'll write you before, but most likely I'll come here. Like, for me, it's okay to stay at home, but yeah, we will sort it out, okay? I got their message and we will think about it. So, thank you very much. I'll stop the stream. Oh shit, like the whole stream was with this thing, guys. Sorry. So, it's gonna be like a podcast stream. So anyways,